which is why I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
StephenASmith could not hide his shock at Floyd Mayweather after discovering he owned a mansion in Dubai. It was a secret Floyd Mayweather had kept himself, even though he loves to show off his houses, cars, and jewelry. StephenASmith reported that the FBI uncovered this information during raids on his homes in Las Vegas and Miami there. They found documents revealing all of his hidden properties.
He's clearly enjoying his time in Dubai. Look at him overlooking the beautiful city and visiting the world's tallest skyscrapers while wearing a light $350,000 on his wrist. That's his factory iced out rose gold Richard Mille.
It was then that more investigations began around this. The FBI reached out to the Dubai authorities to make inquiries. Once it was confirmed, they began preparations to raid. And investigators Dubai home on his StephenASmith show, the ESPN personality, revealed that the Dubai mansion served as a refuge for Mayweather's criminal activities.
Money man, I'm right here in Dubai. Go Tennis Star, luxury rentals. Check them out. When you come to Dubai, top flight, follow me. We got everything. McLaren in different colors. Ferraris, Lambos, whatever you want.
It was where he would often hide evidence of many of his shady deals and fraudulent activities. But that was not all. The real reason he never spoke about the mansion was because of the crimes he was involved in. He was using it to prepare for whatever might happen if he was eventually caught for those crimes. Hence, it was an unknown place where he could easily hide himself and his family members from the authorities. In America, the federal agents checked one of the rooms and found a large amount of evidence linked to Floyd's criminal cases. This included all his lawsuit documents, his illegal papers showing ownership of properties that did not belong to him, and fake dollars running into millions, StephenASmith said.
The investigation lingering into the night, with Miami police assisting federal investigators bringing in the heavy artillery, spotted inside from across the canal, rummaging through items at the house, their boats still docked outside as they canvassed the property in full gear, guns drawn.
Whatever they did.
On what was found in the house, StephenASmith reported that he was told by reliable sources that Floyd had crazy rooms in there, unfortunately. And what does he do there? He keeps fake dollar bills, illegal documents, fraudulent certificates, and evidence of scam deal. StephenASmith then made a shocking revelation about Floyd Mayweather's deals with individuals and companies. He said he received confirmations from people who had signed deals and contract with him in the past.
Rolls Royce, Bugatti, whatever you want. When you come to Dubai, it's the place to be. Check it out. Crazy colors. Come on, man. Live flashing like Floyd Mayweather. Rotate and stop.
Roden A. Smith claimed that a clause in Floyd Mayweather's transaction stated only he must hold the copies of the deals and payments. He does this to keep his shady deals hidden and make his scam deals untraceable. If anyone outsmarts him and tries to get other copies or recordings, he immediately pulls out of the deal and cuts ties with them. Because of this, Floyd Mayweather would always keep his illegal documents in the secret room that has now been exposed by the federal agents on his channel, Stephen. A Smith added his voice to the underground whispers about Floyd Mayweather's bankruptcy. He said there had been news of Floyd going bankrupt, but what he could confirm was that many of the real estate deals connected to Floyd were not what people believed they were.
And so my mentality is I walk into work every day. Number one responsibility, how do I make us more money? Number two, how do I get some? That's my approach to business. The minute I walk in every single day, I'm unapologetic about it. It's not personal or anything like that. I am constantly trying to win, because winning.
While fans and other news reporters were not exactly sure how Floyd Mayweather became bankrupt or what was truly wrong with his finances, StephenASmith revealed everything. He questioned why so many people believe what Floyd says when his claims cannot be backed by facts or evidence. There is no real estate anywhere and no money anywhere. We may never know how bad it really is, because he always finds a way to cover it all up.
Back together, and he didn't appreciate that. And he was so pissed off we went without talking, and it got to a point where a couple of my colleagues pulled me to the side and said, yo, man, you the beat writer for this.
Not bad for a high school dropout.
According to a report from an anonymous witness, Floyd's house was raided as part of the ongoing investigation by federal agents into the fraudulent properties he had been boasting about. They were able to recover fake documents and ownership certificates for some of his properties. The main issue with Floyd is the massive debt he owes. The witness confirmed that Floyd was owing a huge amount in taxes. He owed money to car dealers across the country and also had unpaid debts with several jewelry and fashion stores.
Now I'm here to talk to the people about one of my jewelers. And it's not one of my new jewelers, one of my low-key jewelers, Tony, at Pasha in Manhattan Beach, California. You guys need to come check him out. Now today, let me show you guys what I purchased from Tony. Tony, matter of fact, I don't need to tell him, you tell him.
You got a little rose gold sky dweller, chocolate dial, 40 karat pear shape, 1 carat each, tennis bracelet, only for the best of the champ.
Now when you guys come here,
Floyd Mayweather had fraudulently signed several contracts and endorsement deals worth millions without fulfilling his side of the agreement. According to the witness, Floyd owes a significant amount of money, and at this point, the only way to recover funds is to seize some of his properties to get hold of the fake certificates he uses as collateral whenever he needs to raise money. This was similar to what happened when they raided his Miami house. The federal agents had hoped to find him there, but when they didn't, they launched a furious search of the entire house. They left with some jewelry and documents, particularly important ones that they were sure he would soon come to request. However, not long after the raid, reports and videos emerged showing Floyd departing the United States in his private jet. His destination sparked controversy as he had misled many by posting an Instagram picture claiming he was headed to China. However, after intense research, the federal agents traced his travel location to the airport and discovered he was actually headed to Dubai, the same city that had surrounded him with controversy around this time last year. In a social media post, where he shared multiple pictures at the airport and in his private jet, the former world champion attempted to hide his location by making false claims about getting paid to live it up while traveling abroad. Floyd used the caption of this post to boast about the amount of money being spent to attach his name to the trip, which was an intentional attempt to deceive both his fans and federal agents about his exact whereabouts.
let's check it out. Come down here. Look at the color up top. Time me to go to bed. Time me to go to bed. See you guys in Atlanta.
Here in Beijing, China, at the Great Wall of China, considered one of the greatest wonders of the world. It's always been on my list of places to see throughout my travels in life. However, timing is everything. Coming here with 23 people has been a great experience. And it doesn't hurt to get paid $3 million to simply visit and vacation here in luxury for a few days. With money this long, everything is different. I move differently, I dress differently, and I live differently because my money is extremely different. While it's not exactly clear what that amount of money is paying for overall, one thing is sure. After findings from Homeland Security agents, Floyd Mayweather is in Dubai, not China. In one of the photos, he's shown carrying a giant Birkin handbag, a luxury item that can cost around $80K each.
So, I gotta know the difference between a hack bag.
There's no telling how much the rest of his outfit costs. But in the case of Money Mayweather, he constantly tries to push the false narrative that cash is definitely not an issue for him. However, he has now found himself in serious trouble with the government and other organizations, coupled with the massive debt he owes. Part of the measures he has put in place to pay up include putting one of his biggest mansions up for sale.
People into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And where I need you guys
In order to settle his court payment of $100 million, retired boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. delivered a knockout sale at his enormous Florida mansion, offloading the Miami Beach estate for an eye-watering $22 million. The former fighter had purchased the property in 2021 for $18 million, according to Realtor.com. So, the seller most likely made a profit on the deal, which appears to have been conducted off-market.
That buying a home is a smart decision, but I think most people go about it the wrong way. Okay, you go and they qualify you for a mortgage, right? And you maximize the amount that you qualify for. That's not really the best way to go about it, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to be buying a home that you can't afford. So what it ends up happening is that, yeah, it appreciates over the course of time, but you're not actually participating in that appreciation until you sell it, or
price commission for a total of $45 so far. I know in many cases they have additional community service work. They want to do that today. I will do that at the next that's fine. You're fully compliant with court orders.
Mayweather Jr. completed the transaction through an entity connected to him, FOSO LLC. According to The Real Deal, the buyer will assume the $13 million mortgage, with the next payment of $98,700 due in December. The outlet reports that this sale marks the first move in what could prove to be a very lucrative real estate project for Mayweather Jr., who also recently listed his Beverly Hills home for an even bigger sum, $48 million. To be precise, that property, which was put on the market in September, has yet to find a buyer. However, should the undefeated champion manage to attract someone willing to pay his full asking price, he stands to earn a whopping $22.5 million profit on the sale.
if you have a HELOC or you're taking money out of your home, but most of the time people won't do that, right? So now you're getting into a situation where you bit off more than you can chew, and that is a recipe to go broke. So a lot of times people think that they're doing something intelligent by buying a home, but most Americans are buying homes that they can't afford.
So you got to take into consideration what your daily check is like, what your weekly, monthly check is like, and what the bills are going to cost you, because you could be house rich. Yeah.
Slide over, check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings. It's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
After 7 years of ownership and in an effort to save himself from the legal controversy he's found himself in, Floyd Mayweather Jr. decided to put his lavish mansion in the heart of Beverly Hills back on the market. The asking price is an impressive $48 million, which is a whopping $22.5 million more than the former pro boxer and current exhibition fighter originally paid for the French modern-style property. Records show that Mayweather shelled out $25.5 million in cash for property back in 2017, shortly before he retired. However, transaction records suggest that the funds used for the purchase were acquired through illegal means. The mansion is tucked behind high hedges and iron gates on a half-acre parcel next door to the Beverly Hills Hotel.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I point like this because all of them in New York City right now, and that's what we do. Come on.
The all-white structure was built on spec by Los Angeles-based real estate developer Niall Nyami, who purchased a 1990s home that previously stood on the property in 2014 for $16 million from Marianne Metropolis, the wife of billionaire businessman Dean Metropolis. Floyd Mayweather's scam had brought in huge money, allowing him to afford a snazzy residence, which is introduced by a marble-clad foyer featuring a dangling chandelier hanging from a coffered ceiling. The mansion contains a total of 6 bedrooms and 10 baths, spread across more than 15,000 square feet.
See you again, man.
Come on.
The money man's back, you know?
You know what we do? The one and only Floyd Money Mayweather, CEO of Zeus, nigga. I want to say I appreciate you. You guys always do great business. And of course, you know, if I'm the money man, they gotta have something for me.
In addition to his Beverly Hills home, which is listed by Josh Alman and Matt Altman of Douglas Elliman, the 47-year-old Michigan native, who is estimated to have earned more than $1 billion during his boxing career, still owns a $10 million mansion in Las Vegas and a Miami Beach compound he acquired in 2021 for $18 million.